What's up guys, my name is Eldon. Welcome back to another art video. In today's art video we are going to be doing something new. I am going to be creating a poster art, but not a poster art for just anything. A poster art for the Webtoons comic God of High School. It's been one of my favorite Webtoons for over about 8 years now. I've been reading it constantly, trying to get people to read it, and now it has an anime apparently. I didn't know that in the time of actually making this poster art. I just kind of wanted to do it. And then I was like, oh, why is everyone talking about this? Of course, it has an anime. But now, it's perfect timing for this to be out, I guess. Like, I just felt like doing it, and then it happened to be a pretty good time to do it. Anyways, let's jump right into the video. So to start things off, I actually want to talk about this piece for a second. This has genuinely been one of the most exciting type of things because I never really got out my comfort zone when it came to this. Like years ago, I have drawn a poster like type of piece, and by poster like I mean having multiple characters in a certain pose or whatever to give that representation of what that character is like in a story and stuff like that. I tried doing that like years ago. I mean, years ago, probably like 2012, when it was pretty shitty. But I'm glad I did it now with all the things I've learned in for this piece. Even though this piece wasn't like a planned thing, like I just kind of wanted to do it. I was like, I'll do one of got a high school. And then, like I said in the beginning, it happened to have an anime, and I was like, oh, okay. Because I was Googling, because for a while there was said to be an anime coming out, but no one knew when, and so we were just like, okay, we'll just wait for it to come out then. But it never did, and then we got like little snippets and stuff of it, and then that was years ago, and then now it finally came out. So I wasn't like waiting, holding my breath about it. I knew it would probably come out relatively soon since Tower of God got an anime release, which is also a really good series to read on Webtoons. But I digress. It's just a great opportunity, I guess, because I don't know. It's something I've been telling people to read a lot, but people don't want to read it for whatever reason. So now that there's an anime, people will probably watch it. Hopefully they don't rush it. Hopefully they give it the amount of time, and like episodes aren't too quickly put out and stuff like that. What I mean by like the episodes have a nice pacing in them, because the first episode seemed kind of rushed, like pretty rushed, compared to this pacing of the webtoon itself. But if you notice, I'm drawing all these other characters and not Dahuin, because I actually did them off camera. I just didn't record it. I forgot to, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I got to record the rest of this and make sure I actually get it down. But yeah, these characters are in place at a specific area. They're put next to each other for a specific reason. I chose these characters because they play an integral role in the overall comic, more so than the others. So I wanted to show you guys something. This was a fan art I actually did of doing Dahui in 2016. It's interesting because I used to really love this image, but now I see like all the imperfections that I did in it, and since I've grown as an artist compared to what I can do now, it's just very interesting to look back on it. This was actually on Instagram, but I decided to do like a purge of a bunch of stuff, so it's no longer there. I'll probably do a video of going through my sketchbook and show the progress of how much I've made and stuff like that. But anyways, this is later in the series, so kind of like a spoiler, but whatever. Yeah, back to the video. But yeah, each of these characters played an integral role more than other characters that are in the series. So I would consider them quote-unquote main characters, even though some of them will be considered a side character or a supporting character. All of the characters that are here have some integral part, even though you'll realize it later if you read it or if you watch the anime. I don't know where the anime is going to stop at. There are arguably two more characters that I could have added here, but to be honest, I don't think they are the like should be part of the main cast. Yes, they have an integral role to some extent, but the way things have formulated, aren't they're important to the story, but they're kind of like throwaway too. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. But yes, you can make the argument that there should be two more characters here, or even more characters even in here. But this is the main cast that I would like to focus on, that I believe, and from what I've read, which is everything up until now, of what the characters are and what roles they have, and they're situated next to each other as such. So there has been thought put into like the placement of these people in the poster, but if you don't read it, you probably wouldn't understand why they have the placement they do. But they do have a placement, and there is a reason for it. But yeah, go read this. Like, seriously, genuinely speaking. And when you're there, you could also read my comic, Scion X Wiki. You didn't see that plug coming now, did you? Timmy. But seriously, go read that. Read Tower of God. Tower of God's really good. Hardcore Level of Warrior. There's a couple other ones that are pretty good, but I don't know. It's the other ones are kind of like, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as the same vein as Tower of God and Hardcore Level Warrior. And of course, God of High School. Like, Webtoons has some really good ones there. Check them out. Again, check out my comic when you're over there too. It's Scion X Awakening. Or you go to my website. All the links will be down below. But yeah. I really do like how this has turned out. There are some things that I went through and re-edited afterwards, like off camera, just to make sure that it didn't look too flat and stuff like that. Which was a concern of mine as I was like looking at it at the finish. It just seemed like something was missing, and then I went back in to make sure that something was no longer missing, and I'm really glad on how this actually turned out, if I could say so myself. This probably is gonna be one of my favorite pieces for a while. And I'll probably hate it and be like, oh, I could have done this, this, and this. That's what usually happens. Like, I really like a piece, and then I go back and look at it again, and I'm like, oh, man, this was shit when I improve again. Because, like earlier, you saw the clip when I was like, oh, I used to really love this piece that I did. Dwayne, Daiwin, or I don't even know how you say his name, Han, of him. And then I was like, looking now, I'm like, oh, it's not that great. But it was pretty good for the stage that I was at. And I'm really excited for the future. Especially when I was drawing this, I realized that even my style has changed since I did the last chapter of the main series also. Like, it's changed slightly. So I will tweak that when I'm doing the comics again, because I didn't work on the comic yet. I just dove right into this for whatever reason. I just felt like doing it, so I did it. It wasn't a real rhyme or reason. Like, I was going to work on the main series, which is Scion X Awakening, but I just decided not to for whatever reason, and then just did this. And that made me realize that I actually have grown as an artist while looking back at it again, because sometimes you don't really necessarily see it, especially when you're doing like the same thing over and over again. You just get used to seeing it. But drawing someone else's characters in my style, and then comparing it to how I used to draw and stuff like that, there is a lot of growth, and I'm actually pretty happy about that. And I'm pretty excited about it for the future of stuff too, because my art's getting better, my storytelling is pretty good. I should probably learn some more things about storytelling. Pacing wise, I think it's pretty good too. So I'm developing as a fully fledged artist. Oh yeah, this part. So I couldn't. I didn't want to isolate the God of High School title thing, so I created my own, and this was probably the most fun and most annoying thing at the same time, because I tried making it close as possible, using the different brush styles and stuff like that. So I actually went through, as you can see, by hand, just doing all the added effects and stuff, and I think it turned out really fucking good, if I do say so myself. I really like how this turned out. It's probably my favorite thing out of the entire poster, just because. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Instagram. Check out all my other social medias. They'll be linked down below. And if you guys want to watch me on Twitch, go over on Twitch and give me a follow. And I'll see you guys later. Again, thank you for watching. Peace.